Hello and welcome to Mystic Visions. This is a monthly tarot reading for Pisces for February. And this is a general reading using my adaptation of a Celtic cross. If you are a regular subscriber to the channel, you may have noticed that I haven't been as active this month. And that's because my daughter was just born on January 23rd. So I may just do the monthly readings for a little while until things settle down. Okay. Alright. So let's see what's going on for Pisces. Okay. A lot of authoritative energy here. A lot of matured and advanced energy. Okay, so what we have is the Knight of Wands for you, for your situation. And Knight of Wands, this is somebody who's active, who's ready to do something, ready to get involved. A lot of times he rushes in, he shoots first, asks questions later, that type of mentality. Sometimes that action can kind of backfire or get him in trouble, but he doesn't hesitate at all, he just rushes in. So this is a representation of your current situation where something is causing you to act maybe a little bit rashly or rushing into things. And what you're being crossed by here is the Eight of Wands. And so this could be a sort of a lack of action that's occurring. You may be ready to go, you may be ready to do something, but it's just something that you're waiting for or something that you're trying to react to is kind of not happening like it's supposed to. You're prepared for it. You're prepared for some spontaneous event to occur, but it's not occurring. It's just sort of stalled out or stagnant. And it could also be that there is some sort of negative things that are occurring, some surprise drawbacks to the situation. Okay, so what you're coming away from, what you're leaving behind you, is this Three of Wands energy. And the Three of Wands is like that initial push that's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get off the couch and I'm going to get started. And you're leaving that behind, so you're ready to get in the action. You're ready to be a little bit more active in this process instead of just planning or starting out or something like that. It's really more of an anxiousness to get moving. And what you have that you're moving toward is this King of Swords. King of Swords, very intellectual, almost sometimes can be a little bit cold, calculating, and sometimes manipulative. So you're moving toward this type of an energy, which means either you're kind of going into an environment where this energy is present, or you're kind of like starting to become this way, to where you're a little bit calculating and manipulative and like looking at the situation from a sort of like a taking advantage of perspective. And that may have been that kind of happens if you become embattled or if you become burned or something like that, and you start to become a little bit colder and a little bit more just looking out for number one and trying to play the game instead of like caring about people's emotions and things like that. So watch out for that. Either way, if it's you that's becoming this way or you're coming into this type of an energy, watch out for it. And it is a position of power and skill to be able to have that intellectual capability, but it's a double-edged sword, right? It's it can be a little bit harsh and lead you down a path that you didn't necessarily want to be going down. Okay, so the foundation of the situation, or what brought this all to fruition, what's the reason that you're experiencing this? You have the Page of Coins here, and this is a new financial opportunity. This is, a chance for you to achieve something in the financial realm or in the material realm. And so you've kind of just started out on that journey. It's not a masterful type of a situation, but this is the optimistic, childlike mentality that like this could go well. And so what's happening now is you're starting to figure out some of the unknown challenges that you didn't really think about when you set out on this journey. So there's some things that are some challenges, some obstacles that you're going to have to deal with in order to advance or mature along this road. Now, what you have in your crowning thoughts is this King of Wands in the reverse. So King of Wands is normally like he's an actor. I feel like this card looks like Elon Musk a lot, and it kind of embodies that energy of like a doer, the CEO, the executive type, the person who's getting things done and encouraging others to get things done. He inspires others to act. And so in the reverse, it's like, there's a little bit of a lack of that energy where there's not a whole lot of centralized leadership that's on your mind here, and that may be in yourself, but that also may be in the environment around you. You're kind of thrust into an environment where there's not a lot of direction or not enough direction given, or you're just feeling a little possibly out of control of the situation. There's just not much you can do because there's just this quintessential lack of direction or a focused action. And that's heavy on your mind. That's what you've been focused on. So, whether that be in I kind of tend to think that you're feeling this in your surroundings a little bit more. But, it could also just be that you're feeling like you don't have the power to get things done like you want to. Now, advice for the situation is this Lover's card in the reverse. So, this is a reminder of the fact that choices are, whenever you make a choice, it doesn't always turn out the way that you wanted it to, but it's not good to kind of like go back and forth on your choices. You got to kind of like deal with the consequences and work through the choice to kind of get through it, right? So this is a reminder that you made a choice, and even though the choice maybe not working out the way that you wanted, or you're resistant to the choice that you made, it's something that you kind of have to follow through with. At least, even if it's not a permanent type of a thing, there's a right way and a wrong way to exit any sort of a decision you might make. So, be careful with that, follow through, and realize that you made a choice, and you don't want to sort of like drop the ball and make it reflect badly on you because of the choice that you made, because then not only do you look bad because you've dropped the ball, but you also look bad because your judgment looks questionable because you made the choice in the first place. So it's kind of a need to follow through with responsibilities, even though there may be like a lack of direction or something. And there's a tremendous opportunity for you to become the person who embodies this sort of King of Wands. Now, with your current environment, there is the Empress in the reverse. So it's not a very nurturing environment. It's not very much like people are wanting you to succeed, or they're trying to cultivate your skills or your abilities or stuff like that. You're just kind of in more of a cold environment where there may be a little bit of a sense of self-preservation or competitiveness, and there's just that lack of well-being for each other, and you may be experiencing that to a degree. But you can bring that into the situation, but it may be challenging depending on how deeply ingrained this lack of nurturing or positive environment is. May be hard for you to be that light in that dark place. So just depends, but it seems as though that's your role in this current situation and the choice that you've made. So might as well give it a shot, right? So the fears card, you have this Queen of Coins in the reverse. And, you know, Queen of Coins is very nurturing. She's very similar to the Empress, actually. But in the fears card, it's like, it's a difficult, you know, I can't really think of why you would be afraid of this. I could think of being afraid of losing this, right? You may be very much trying to be this person, this nurturing person, this person who has some projects or things that she wants to take care of. And so you may be afraid that you're not able to take care of those things, or that you aren't able to embody this. I'm trying to think of how you might actually fear this card. I mean, you could be afraid of some sort of a matriarchal mother figure, somebody who's authoritative, who's, you know, self-serving, looking out for herself, and that kind of thing. But to me, it more feels like you're afraid of not being able to embody this type of an energy, because it seems like there's like a feeling of going into the darkness a little bit here with this reading. So, and this is the mother, you know, this is the bright light that we all come from as we gradually descend into the darkness throughout our life, right? So this is, to me, it feels like this is something you're afraid of losing. And your overall message or overall outcome here is the Hermit in the reverse. And this can indicate like a little bit of loneliness, or, you know, in general, a lack of fellowship, right? The Hermit in the upright is like a positive spin on being alone. It's some solitude, some time to self-reflect, some introspection. But in the reverse, it's really more of like just being isolated, or not having a lot of like-minded people around you, not feeling as though there is a reprieve for you, or some friendship, or things like that. A little bit of I miss my friends type of energy. So that's that, and a little bit shorter reading, but I think a little bit more to the point for you today, Pisces. And thank you for watching, and please let me know how you felt about the reading in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.